we're going to get into the Socratic Ducky because that's what we do here. That's what we've been doing. We're going to keep doing. I'm doing this for you because I love you guys. So let's get into the Socratic Ducky. Once again, the Socratic Ducky is one of the books available at abitoforange.com. If you get a free books, you can get the free digital download. If you want to buy the paper copy, like on actual paper, there'll be a link there to take you to Amazon where you can buy a paper copy. Welcome to Chapter 9, Worldviews Up in Smoke, Truth and Relativism. This is where you're going to hear me attempt to do some character voices, and like I just said, I haven't slept enough. So this might be terrible, but you'll still learn something. And that's what we're here for. One of the great buzzwords in modern Christian apologetics is worldview. What this means is the philosophy that you see the world through. It's the set of beliefs and assumptions that you use to understand, judge, and or evaluate the world and your experiences. One of the ways you can evaluate a worldview is by trying to figure out how you would have to live if that worldview was really true. For instance, there's a very popular worldview that says that truth is relative. It's called relativism. Real creative, right? Relativism teaches the idea that what is true for you is not necessarily true for me. This sounds great on paper because it seems open-minded, as if no one is ever wrong. However, it's just a way for someone to say what you believe in is stupid without making themselves feel like they are not open-minded, much in the same way people sugarcoat racism by calling it diversity when they say things like, "You are overqualified for this position, but we already have a white person working here, so we won't hire you because we believe in diversity." And yes, this happened to me. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. But I digress. Evaluating this worldview is easy. We can just apply it to a real-world situation. Real-life situation number 1. Steve, a longtime smoker, goes to see his doctor.
So I've been coughing up blood for some time now. I feel sick and all that other stuff I told you about on the phone.
Well, Steve, like I've been telling you for several years, smoking causes cancer, and now it seems you have cancer. We'll have to start you on therapy immediately, and you will have to stop smoking once and for all.
That might be true for you, but that's certainly not true for me.
Steve, you'll be dead in 3 months if we don't start treatment now.
Hey, if that belief works for you, that's great. I'm glad you have something to believe in. I just don't see that idea working for me. That's not true for me.
Steve, I'm serious. You have to make some serious lifestyle changes.
Whoa, I said I was happy for you. Don't go forcing your beliefs on me, pal. Look, I've been pretty tolerant of your faith in the past, but when you think you can tell me how to live, it's going too far.
Tolerant of my faith?
Yeah, if you want to believe smoking is bad for you, go ahead. That might be true for you, but I told you, it's just not true for me. I'm not going to make you smoke if you don't want to. I have my own beliefs, and they work for me. So you need to stop forcing your views on me.
Steve, look at this x-ray. Your lungs look like a freshly sealed driveway. There's enough tar in your lungs to drown a stegosaurus.
That's it. You're too close-minded. I'm going to go find a doctor that shares my views.
Exit Steve. And scene. Thank you. This can be done with other more socio-political views. Take modern feminism. 100 years ago, feminism used to be built on the wacky notion of equal value between the sexes, since the Bible clearly says God made men and women in his image. This made many people think that women should be treated not as property, but as equal citizens who can own property, work a job, and vote. Thanks to Darwinism and the 1960s, our culture has abandoned this view of feminism. Now, feminists stand for ideals like marriage is slavery for women, men are all scum, men and women are only different in their physical attributes and are absolutely the same mentally and emotionally, except that men are scum. As Sheila Cronin once put it, "Since marriage constitutes slavery for women, it is clear that the women's movement must concentrate on attacking marriage." She probably wasn't British, but I only have so many voices. As long as people keep saying stupid things like this in public, I won't have to make anything up. I appreciate their willingness to make my job easier. The great thing about political movements is you find out fairly easily if people can live their own views. Modern feminist icon and poster child Gloria Steinem preached for years that marriage is slavery for women and men are scum. Then she got married to a man. Imagine that wedding ceremony. Unitarian priest. Do you take this woman to love, honor, and obey because you are scum, and she is taking mercy on you by enslaving herself to you in this fashion, till death do you part? The groom. Honey? Gloria. He does. And scene. The problem is the underlying worldview. Modern American feminism is no longer based on the biblical concept of humans, male and female, being made in God's image and therefore having equal value. It's based on a naturalistic view of accidental evolution wherein nothing has a purpose or a value except that which is chosen by the individual. Feminism now teaches that women must reject every social construct that tells them what a woman should be and only be what she chooses to be, unless the individual chooses to be a wife and a mother. Then they argue that she has been brainwashed by men. Feminists used to believe in the right to choose, as long as you choose what they tell you to choose. It's like a dictatorship that holds elections, like North Korea, but I digress. Being an atheist is the darkest and most unlivable worldview of all. In a worldview where there is no God, no moral law handed down by God, no soul, no heaven, no hell, only matter and the laws of physics, where do good and evil come from? Very simply, there is none. Love itself is only a matter of varying chemical levels in your brain, yet you'll find it hard to find an atheist couple who gets engaged to this proposal. Atheist man.
Let me get down on my knee here and pull a ring of metal adorned with a small piece of carbon. Honey, of all the accidentally evolved bipedal primates I know, you caused the greatest increase in my endorphins. Since my brain chemistry and various other hormone levels have caused me to be attracted to you, I think we should be married. But obviously I feel I'm under no moral obligation to remain married to you once my brain chemistry changes, and of course I have no intent of remaining faithful to you at all, since the social norm condemning adultery is based in religion, which I reject. Which reminds me, I have a date with your sister tomorrow. Can she borrow your car?
And scene. I went to Juilliard. Human life is not special on this atheistic worldview. It was not made in the image of God. It's only one more step in an accidental and directionless process. A process which involves a lot of animals killing each other. The greatest person you know differs from the gum stuck on your shoe not in their purpose and value, but only in their physical complexity. Both are accidental, but only one tastes like strawberry. Yet you can go to 1,000 atheist funerals and you will never hear anyone say,
So, he's dead. So what? We're all gonna blink out of existence someday soon. Nothing much is different except that his biological functions have ceased, which will cause his organic matter to decompose into inorganic matter. He was a meaningless accident of evolution who came from nothing, went to nothing, and didn't even taste like strawberry.
No atheist talks like that, even at an atheist funeral. Which is just as well, because you'd never fit all of that on the headstone. When all is said and done, no one can live a truly atheistic life. No one can really view themselves, their life, and the people around them from the lens of a godless, purposeless, valueless, moralless, material existence. No one can live as if that were true. Therefore, not only do I reject the worldview of atheism, but I have decided I no longer believe in atheists. There isn't any good evidence for their existence. I mean, you can believe in them if you want to, but their existence isn't true for me.
Well, you know what I mean.
You see what I did there?
Jesus loves you is the message we send. Thanks for letting me be your renter friend. You're listening to Renter Friend Radio.